Hey, what's up everybody? This is my 2015 Fiesta ST and I want to talk in this video about a few changes I just made to my intake system. So previously I had a CPE intake and it is in this box right now and ready to ship out to a lucky buyer. And I want to say before I talk about this that is, I believe, the best intake you can buy for this car. It kept my intake temperatures lower than my new setup did by a couple degrees. I monitor it pretty carefully. Also, the miles per gallon has suffered a little bit since I removed the CPE. The CPE is about a $400 intake. You can look it up online if you own this car. It has a full 3-inch piping all the way, and it has also a huge cone filter that sits right here. And if you look at my other videos, you would have seen it. And then it also has a second snorkel that sucks air in from down low. Now, I no longer have it on the car. Why did I change it out? I changed it out this week for a Ramair system. And I want to talk a little bit about it. So this Ramair system consists of 3 parts, which you can buy separately. And by the way, there's more to the Ramair products than what I have, but I just bought what I felt like was adequate. So first of all, a panel filter in the stock air box here. So inside here is a panel Ramair washable lifetime filter. And then the induction hose is next, this piece right here. And you can see, look at the bling. I actually lost a lot of bling. My car looks kind of normal now without that other intake. And then this is the crossover pipe that goes down to the turbo inlet down there. And it comes with everything you need. This whole setup was about $228 shipped. There's 2 reasons why, well, 3 reasons why I think that this is a good alternative to the CPE. Number 1 is noise. So I bought this and changed because of my turbo upgrade. The Puma Speed X47 has a bit of a whistle, and not only that, but just it's got more noise. And I was hearing so much intake noise that it was just starting to bother me. I drove the car. I noticed when I was getting on the car hard, I wasn't enjoying it because every time I accelerated, I heard all this whoosh, and I just got tired of it. So I said, I'm going to just try something else. So I bought one of these, and I'm going to tell you, the noise of this, the sound of this system is wonderful. You hear hardly any intake or blow off, which a lot of folks like. I don't. All you hear from this is what I'd call the growly part of intake, which you can hear the engine working, but it's nothing whooshy or whistly. There's none of that. Instead, it's just the growl side of the intake. I know that doesn't quite make sense, but if you know cars, you know what I'm talking about. This, I'm really happy with the noise. You can barely hear the whooshing and whistling at all anymore. It's wonderful. Second reason to buy this would be price. You're going to save about $150, $180 on a versus a CPE or a bigger, more expensive setup. And then the other reason, the third reason, is this actually fits incredibly. This system fits so well. I put this entire thing on from the time I raised my hood to the time I was finished and cranked it up in like under an hour. And it just goes on so quickly. It fits. There's plenty of clearance everywhere. Everything just fit perfectly. Whereas some of the other intakes, you gotta kind of work stuff and fit stuff and finagle stuff. The quality really isn't that great. It's like this piping, it's okay, but like compared to a Cobb or a CPE or a Mountoon, it's really cheap. But it'll do. Hey, this is a Ford Fiesta. It's not a BMW. And performance-wise, other than the temperatures being just a little bit hotter, and when I say a little bit, I mean 1 or 2 degrees, really performance is the same. I did some data logs on this before and after, and hey, guess what? While the intake temperatures were 1 or 2 degrees higher with this new setup, I don't think it matters. I think the car is getting plenty of air already. The choke point is the turbo inlet down here. And so this pipe is 2.75 inches versus a CPE is a full 3 inches, but I don't think it matters. timing was the same, spool was the same, boost was the same, everything was the same in terms of comparing the two. So although the CPE is getting a little more air and something maybe with a boxed in cone filter right here instead of the stocker, might get a little more air. I don't think it makes a difference. Again, I looked at the logs, everything was the same. This thing's still getting about the same air as it was getting in terms of airflow as the CPE. So everything's comparable other than temps. And yeah, so miles per gallon again dropped a little bit, but I'm thinking once the ECU figures out what's going on, that will come back. Okay, so this is a review of the Ramair intake system for your Fiesta ST. It's really great for $228. You can't beat it. And I hope you enjoyed the video.